Oh my goodness, my special Akia and Hake tribe. Yeah, I love saying those things. Good morning. Well, it's morning for me, right? And I'm in Douala, Cameroon. As you can see, it's still early. I think it's like barely 5 a.m. And yeah, I'm an early bird, right? And I should have been doing my journey to queenhood part something, but something came up, and as I had said, I was going to talk about things anyhow. Me, I'm somebody who loves to keep it real. I'm in my 90, I have no problem with all of that. I don't know about the lighting and stuff like that. Maybe next time I'll figure a better place to sit in this office, maybe that way, that way. But what matters is not my face, as I say, wherever I talk. Like, frankly speaking, it is my message or what I'm sharing. And I just love this position because I'm sitting like behind my some things I love on the wall. Yeah, so that's it. What do I want to talk about this morning, right? My name is Maria Banga, Mark Queen Mark, and I want to talk about high achievers and high value, and what that has got to do with our relationships and marriages, and if they are helping or not helping, and stuff like that. Okay, so I think we know what high achiever is, what a high achiever means. Who is a high achiever? A high achiever is someone who is just going, 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 who loves to be achieving, ticking things off, check boxes. I don't know what it is for you. For me, it's knowledge. I love to acquire knowledge, right? I'm actually reading a book. I read books all the time. When I'm working out, I just found out how to be reading a book on the stationary bike, and it actually takes me longer because I enjoy the book I'm reading, so I can go for 45 minutes. Without a book, I will be done at 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I've written books myself, right? So yeah, I love books. I love acquiring knowledge. I love learning, and I love sharing. But that doesn't mean that everybody has to be this way. Not to talk of my partner. Why? I mean, everybody has to love what they love, and somebody might think I'm just too much, and so they don't want to be with me, or they might think that they have to step up to be with me because if I'm a high achiever, they also have to be a high achiever. Um, then we have this thing about high value. High value simply means what is more expensive. For me, value is the price of something. So some people have made high value to mean who has more money, more stuff, and then you're a high value man. Because I once watched something on YouTube. The man who started this whole debate, he's dead. I've even forgotten his name, but whether it's Kerry Sam was something like that. Okay, so he was saying that a high value man is a man, yes, who knows his word, but who displays that, who carries himself around with all of that. His emphasis was on the physical, on the material and stuff like that. And so yesterday I was goofing on social media, Facebook or Metaverse as it's now called, and a friend of mine wrote a post because I'm emphasizing on friend. I don't make comments on posts written by people I don't know personally because I don't want to offend the person who has written their post, or fire to come at me, stuff like that. I really rarely leave comments with my own thoughts and everything, because well, that sometimes are not conventional and all of those things. But I left a post I left a comment on her post, and some real fire came to me. One replied to my comment, and some other ones got into my inbox, and I was accused of misleading young girls, and not being realistic, and that's not what happens in the world today, and marriages which are not based on that kind of compatibility will fail and stuff like that. So someone even said the man I'm with is a low achiever, and I said, so what? Who is measuring their achievements anyway? And even if somebody is a low achiever than yourself, so what? Is that the only thing you are looking for? If they are a high achiever or a low achiever, so that you people can become the next Joneses, and then what? Well, to each their own, but I'm talking for myself. I'm not looking for a high achiever. I'm already high achiever enough. And if I'm the one who is going to achieve, and bring back the bag, as we say, or bring back the money and stuff, so what? Do you know what he brings to me, and how important that is to me, and how high I value that? You know, sometimes we let the world dictate what we should be looking out for, and it has messed up a lot of marriages. It messed up my first marriage anyway, and I think that we are so miserable and angry. When I talk of we, I'm generalizing, but the statistics show, right, 50% of marriages end in divorce, and including Christian marriages and all of that. What's going on? I think I'm a lawyer, right? I'm a psychotherapist. I've worked with a lot of people. I think sometimes it's because of other reasons, not necessarily related to high achieving and stuff, or related to that. But I know there is the power factor, there's the control factor, there is the affection factor. So the man might be the high achiever, and the woman feels insecure, and the woman wants to control the man, or the woman doesn't want to submit to the man. And I also selected something, and it's not helping me see myself. So maybe if I put this here. Okay, anyway. So the man might be the high achiever, and the woman can stand that way. Is it better? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. And the woman wants to control the man. The woman is not submissive. The woman is not supportive, and stuff like that. And maybe the man becomes abusive because he wants her to, obey, listen, submit, and all of those things. Or the woman might be the high achiever, and the man feels threatened, and the man feels intimidated, and the man wants to control. The man wants to be the man, even if he doesn't bring in anything, or he thinks that he's not bringing in anything. So the two people cannot agree. Okay. And then this whole high value thing. By whose measure? High value to me means a man who submits himself to Christ, a man who dies to himself each day, a man who respects me, who honors me. It is mutual, right? But I want to see that coming from the man too. A man who is not after measuring up to some worldly standards. For me, that's a high value man. He knows his word enough to not want to show it, to receive any accolades from anybody. That's a high value man to me. And I am a high value woman. Not because of the knowledge I have in my head, not because of how much money I make, not because of what the world says about me, but because I am really enamored with Jesus. I submit myself to him, and I'm willing and ready to submit myself to my king. I didn't know my value for years, like in my first marriage, no. And when you don't know your value, of course, it is easy to abuse you and to speak anyhow to you, and to, discard your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, and stuff like that. Vice versa, right? Okay. So, my king is not as high achieving as myself in terms of, seeking knowledge and everything, but he's a high achiever in other areas, in his own areas, in the way he cultivates the land, in the way he does his own kind of hustles, in the way he supports and encourages me. Oh my goodness, in the way he loves Jesus and goes after. That was something that was on my checklist, that on my prayer. I said he should have the same zeal like myself, or even more. So I know what I am going after. I know what I'm looking for. And he's not threatened by my achievements. And I actually started a certification course a few days ago. I wasn't prepared to start. I wasn't looking forward to that opportunity coming up just as I was moving in here, and my whole head and everything was on that. And so I had to talk to him, and I mentioned it to him, and I mentioned it to my life coach. I had a whole session with my life coach about it. And they were all like, well, you can do this. And my king in particular said, life is all about learning. The only thing that is constant, that is the only thing that happens is change. And you can do this, and I'll be praying for you. He actually prayed for me. That is it for me. That is it for me. We've known each other for a few months now, yes, but this is somebody who has followed me on social media for 2 years. So they know me, that kind of way. And I'm not somebody who shows something on social media and have something else in real life. No, me, everything, I just put it out there. And some people might not be comfortable with that, but that's me. And that was also something he once mentioned, and I told him, well, you knew me, that's how I was before you met me. I don't really feel like I have to change that. Why? Because it's a whole ministry for me. It's not like I'm necessarily always so comfortable with doing it, but there's a purpose behind all of that. So you're either supporting me in leaving me do my thing, and knowing fully well that I submit to you, I respect you, I honor you, I give you your place and all of that. Or, well, it's not going to work out, because I don't want anybody to tell me you have to stop sharing this, because I'm not sharing my things for my own gain and glory. I'm sharing it to just show how much love and healing is possible with Christ, and how in our daily lives, we can live it all and give God glory through it all. So that means that I share. You cannot be talking about something and people are not seeing it happening in your life. You are withholding information and stuff. Yes, there are some things that I don't share. Of course, private and all of that, but generally I do. Okay, so that is the kind of person I am with, and I am okay with that. Maybe for younger girls, they want somebody who matches up, and with whom they can, walk around, and people can, make the social media couple of the year, couple goals and all of those things and stuff. But frankly speaking, I don't think I'm the only woman who achieves more than her man, looking at it from whichever angle, who maybe makes more money than him, But I do know that, nope, he's also a high achiever in his own area, and he's a very high value man by my standards. We should stop trying to measure men by some ridiculous societal standards. There are many women who will not tell you that they are the ones who make more money in their marriages, or they even make all the money. Some men just stay at home. They are stay at home, and that's okay by the woman. Look, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, her husband is a stay-at-home dad. They had a baby, I think, during the pandemic, maybe 2 years ago or last year. Who knows what he does? I don't know what he does or what he used to do for a living. But now he's the one who is staying at home. She's the Prime Minister. So, if it works for them, and they understand each other, and they value each other, and they respect each other, and they love each other, and they honor each other, so does that make him any less of a valuable man because he's staying at home? And so now he doesn't fit this whole thing of a man should provide what? Provide material things, provide money, provide bills, provide money for the rent and all of those things. And if he cannot, for better or for worse means what? In richer or in poorer means what? Or in health or in sickness, or for richer or for poorer. What do those vows mean? What do those vows mean? So if your man now, your husband who used to provide becomes paralyzed, you're going to abandon him because, well, he's not providing anymore, so he's not good for you, or good for what society says a man should be, a husband should be. So if I even decide not to marry a man who doesn't have money from the very beginning, but he has a lot more. And he's not threatened by the fact that I have the money or maybe all the money. So what? Anyway, that's what I wanted to share today. I don't believe in this high achiever thing and high value thing, because each person defines me. I not even maybe. I think I'm a high achiever, but somebody might think, well, somebody is super high achiever. Somebody achieves triple what I achieve, right? So for them, I'm a low achiever. So it is like you say, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. It's like this whole achieving thing and value thing lies in the hands and in the hearts of whoever is deciding if you are high achieving or if you are high value, and if it matters. For me, it doesn't matter. What matters is your heart. What matters is our relationship out of all of that. Actually, I didn't even want somebody who is into all these intellectual things and all of this, because no, that would be just too much for me. I don't need that. I need calm when I come back home. I don't even want to talk about them. Honestly, some people might want, I want to marry a lawyer because we can discuss cases. I don't want to discuss no cases. When I get home, we discuss other things. We discuss kingdom. We discuss God. We discuss our hearts. We discuss our relationship. We discuss our children. We are having a big blended family. There's nothing like babies coming in. We are all old people, right? I'm 43. He's 50. He's turning 50 soon. So there's nothing like baby is going to come anymore. No. But we talk about our children because it's a big blended family now. That's enough. Not yet to be talking about money, 5, cars, this, that. To each their own. But if one sister, maybe even the young ones, and you can start with him in his low achievement and low value, whatever you call those things, and you raise him up, you help him to become the high achiever and the high value. And if the way you do it might actually encourage him to give it his best while supporting you also in your own high achieving and your own high value. So many women have struggled with low self-esteem and all of those things, and you might meet a man who has a lot and will help you to grow, to find your balance. Just like Sarah Jakes, for example, is her husband, Ture Roberts, who introduced her to ministry in the way that she's doing it today. Not her father, Bishop Jakes, because Sarah got pregnant at 13, and so she was put aside like she was the black sheep of the family. She was like, I remember there was a conversation, let's kick her out of the church. No, she doesn't even have to sit here anymore. So they never gave her an opportunity to preach in her father's church. It's a mega church. No. So of course, she wasn't a high achiever. She was so low value. She had brought disgrace to the church, and that is a bishop's daughter. A man who was on the cover of Times magazine. No pity for his daughter. She had messed up and she had disgrace but she met a man who saw so much potential in her and gave her the pulpit, and gradually he built her up there. She grew, she becomes, oh my goodness, I just listened to her now, a sermon of hers called A Pregnant Pause. I listened to her, and she doesn't shy away from talking about her journey and her struggles and everything. I don't know who between she and her husband are the most high achiever or whatever, but if it's working for them, it's working for them. So I don't think that we have to wait until we meet somebody who is at our level. Both ways, we might never meet. And if you are kingdom minded like myself, you will know that God's ways are not our ways. So I asked God, Papa, you know best. I wrote my prayer, I wrote my checklist, but I was like, Papa, you know best. And that is why the first two things on my checklist were all about God. And even my prayer, I was like, God, if it be your will. Because if it didn't bring somebody my way and say, okay, this is who I have for you in his own kind of magical ways, I was not going to settle. Not because this person is less, but because God hasn't validated in his own kind of way. So maybe, if it hasn't been working for you, people, I have these young girls I mentor. Oh, Mama, I can't seem to find anybody. Oh, the people who keep coming my way, they just want to abuse me. Maybe it's the wrong people, my dear. So maybe you should stop even allowing those people, because when they come, they don't force you. No, You open your door, you open your heart, you open your legs, and then you cry later. Stop. Stop opening your door, opening your heart, opening your legs. Stop. Take a pause. And then go back to God and say, Father, can you just help me? And then listen to God. Don't be in a rush. Well, I did, right? It's been 10 years since I left my marriage, and since I'm divorced. That divorce was in 2012. So this is 2022. That's 10 years. And I left my marriage in 2011. So this is 11 years since I left my house, my marriage, and left my children behind and everything. And 2012, the divorce was pronounced. And yes, I've been in a few relationship shenanigans. I call them that. I've learned a lot. But I didn't commit myself to anyone and just agree to marry anyone. There were many who said, oh, let's get married. Even a lawyer. I was like, I wanted somebody for my heart, not for my head, not for the pocket, not for all of those things. I've just known that I can work hard. I can provide. Frankly speaking, I can. So I don't want somebody who will just come and take over 100%. No. I want somebody who would be a heart companion, a soul companion. That is what I wanted. So it depends on what you want, it depends on what you want. And maybe we need to take some more time to think about those things and really let God help us. And I hope that this young lady is going to make the best decision for herself, probably taking from all the comments and also through a lot of introspection and retrospection. And I hope that my sharing can inspire, motivate, and encourage someone. That's my purpose in life. And well, I keep walking in purpose, and I thank God for everything. And I'm like, okay, Father, all for your glory. So come and take control. And I thank you so much for my King and all what he displays to me. Such a calm, and oh my goodness, I'm so blessed. And I just love the way our relationship is. No drama, no adrenaline rush, all of those things. You can call it long distance, and we are not even frolicking. So there's no that wild, crazy passion that people have. Once you sleep with somebody, then you start expecting and you start fighting and you start being jealous and all of those things. No. I think that he trusts me. He knows that I can't fool around here. I'm not even in that business anymore anyway. And I trust him too. And so we know that God is in this, and we thank God every day for it. And we talk to each other almost every day if the network allows, and we are cool. And I think that people need that kind of peaceful relationship. But sometimes, no, we keep being attracted to drama. Father God, thank you for saving me. Have a good Saturday, everybody. A serene one, if possible. And until when next, right? Okay. God bless us all.